Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma, and I'm Emily. This is Andy. Hey, leave that alone. So we'll be doing a upper body focused stretch, cool down or warm up, obviously on its own, just a stretching yoga routine focused on the upper body, but intended for pre or post intense exercise, or even for just some general soreness. So first and foremost, we're going to be starting in a comfortable seat. I'm choosing kneeling. Either seat works for you. Best way to get into the upper body is to start with the spine. So we're going to breathe in, roll the shoulders down and back, puffing up through the chest as we look up, thinking cat, cow here. Breathing in, breathing out, now rounding through, tucking the tailbone where you are and tucking the chin into the chest. We'll do a few rounds like this, breathing in to open, breathing out to round through. Breathing in, taking a cow spine, breathing out, cat. One more here. Really make sure the shoulders are down and away from the ears, and exhale, round through. This time as we breathe in, we're going to take the arms up and overhead, interlace the grip and maybe flip the palms, and take a twist to the right. Looking over the right shoulder, making sure we're sitting up nice and tall. On the end of the exhale to center, hands go back up, and this time we'll go to the left. Breathing in, breathing out back to center. We'll take some lateral movements here. So pick the hips up and then send them slightly off center to the left. We'll take the right fingertips out. Left hand goes up, thinking up and over as we stretch along the left side body. You can come down onto the forearm if that's accessible, or stay up on the fingertips. Just depends on your body. Leave the camera alone, please. Thank you. Breathing in, looking up as is comfortable for your neck. Breathing out, taking it back to center. Pick the hips up and then send them slightly off center on the right side. Left fingertips crawl out. Right hand goes up, think to lift up and then over. Really maximize this stretch here. Big breath in, big breath out, takes you back to center. And we'll turn forward onto our mat, going into a tabletop position. If you're like me and you're having some wrist trouble, you can actually just create little fists as your base here to work with. It may be a little awkward, but it's better than wrist pain. We'll go into thread the needle, lifting the left arm up, opening through the chest here, and then threading the left arm underneath the right. Left ear and shoulder come down to the mat, straighten out through the hips here. You might need to walk the knees back a little bit. Pushing into the left hip. It's easy here to favor the right, so really make sure you're pushing into the left knee to even out through the hips. You can keep this left hand. This is my left hand. No, you keep the right hand in front of the nose a little bit to help you push into the ground and twist a little deeper. You can reach this hand up and overhead. You can take it around the lower back, or option to even take a little prayer twist here. So whatever works best for you, a lot of options to play with. Take another full body breath here. And we'll release the way we came out. Right hand from the face helps us push our way all the way back up. And we'll go right into the second side, opening up the right side body this time. Right arm goes up and then threads underneath the left. Right shoulder and ear come down the mat, straightening out through the hips by favoring the right this time, pushing into the right knee. We'll take whichever arm variation on this side we took on the first. Finishing up our last round of breath here. And exhale to release, pushing back up to our tabletop position. So option here, grabbing a couple of blocks. They are not necessary, just helps us get more into the triceps. We're taking a poppy posture. So first things first, we'll take the knees back an inch, walk the fingertips towards the front of the mat and melt the heart space down, either forehead or chin coming down to the mat. And really breathe into the upper body, the space in between the shoulder blades behind the heart. You can stay working here, or if you have the props to work with and you want to get further into the triceps, kind of this back of the arm muscle, we'll set the blocks on the first or second level, even the third if you feel daring. We'll take the elbows on top, walking them forward, hands come into prayer, and take the hands up and over behind. And this just allows us to create more space into the upper body as well as stretching into the arms. One more round of breath here in this posture. Straighten out through the arms first. If you were up on the blocks, find your fingertips on the ground to help you get up. If you're not used to coming out of that position with that support, it may be a little tricky, but I'm sure you will manage. And we'll come down onto the forearms this time, taking a Sphinx pose. Just a little back bend here. Roll the shoulder blades down away from the ears. No clenching into the jaws. Palms spread wide, and think about pushing the forearms back as you pull the heart space forward. Chin slightly lifted. You can take a soft gaze, or you can close the eyes here. Slight activation. Try to notice if you're holding any tension in the thighs or glutes here. Kind of allow that to release. Really focus this as an upper body stretch. On the end of the exhale, we'll lower down onto our stomachs, Just rest for a moment with your forehead on top of the backs of the hands. Just kind of stabilizing through the spine. And we'll stretch into the pectoral muscle, that chest muscle. Very difficult muscle to target, or at least an understretched area of the body. So we'll take the right arm out, either at a 90-degree angle, or some of you may actually prefer the arm completely straight here. It's up to you and your body. I prefer a bit of a bend here. So with this right arm out, we'll kick the left leg up, and we will roll onto the right side of the body. Make sure that the right ear stays on the ground here. You can also straighten the legs if having the left leg slightly behind the right may be a little too much for you, so you can just keep them stacked, or you can keep that left leg bent. And try not to clench the teeth here and holding tension on the jaw as much as you can. Relax into it and allow the ground beneath you to be your support. Another round of breath here. And we'll release this by back to center. We'll go right into the second side, taking the left arm out this time, whichever variation you did on the first, kicking up through the right leg and turning over onto the left side of the body here. You can keep the legs straight or bent. Just make this posture work for you. Taking another round of breath here. And exhale, make your way back to center. In your own time, push yourself back up and find your way to a seated position at the center of the mat. How we started. Take two more. We'll take a few more stretches here. So roll the shoulders up and down. Take the arms out at a 90-degree angle in front of you. Thinking eagle arms here. Right arm underneath the left, wrapping once or twice. Roll the shoulder blades down and away. Lift the elbows up slightly and then tuck the chin into the chest. Big breath in. Big breath out to release. We'll go through the shoulders a bit, forwards and backwards, and we'll go to the second side, this time with the left arm underneath and right arm on top. Roll the shoulders down and away. Lift the elbows up and tuck the chin into the chest. Last breath here. And release. We can find our hands on top of our thighs. Finish off with a couple of neck circles. So drop the Right ear over the right shoulder, down to the chin, and then over to the left shoulder, and all the way back, drawing circles with the nose here, moving slowly, mindfully, stretching all areas of the neck here. If you find any spots that need a little extra attention, you can hang out there just a bit. When you're ready, you can reverse, going in the opposite direction. Make this intuitive. Last one. We'll send it back to center. We'll finish off with a couple of breaths. So breathing in through the nose and out the mouth. In through the nose and out the mouth. This time as we breathe in through the nose, we'll reach the arms up overhead, hands coming together in prayer as we side out the mouth, take it down to heart center, and bow forward. Love and light in me, season others, love and light in you. To that we say, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this upper body focus stretch. I sure hope you enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave me a thumbs up, a comment down below, and subscribe for more. And until then, thank you so much.